Dan Wilson alongside of Matt Berry, and Matt is President CEO of Midwest Electric Cooperative, my cooperative, my electric provider. And you have a really cool Customer Appreciation Day going on here today at your facility here between Moulton and St. Mary's. Let's talk about that.
Sure. Yeah, it's just an opportunity for us to thank our members, for those specifically who are in political action. And it's we've got breakfast, we've got lunch, we've got door prizes, we've got some really good speakers that you heard from, safety demonstrations. So it's just is in the top 10 of America's 900 electric cooperatives when it comes to political action. So that's really what this was about this morning, is just saying thank you for being a part of that.
Well, you know, of course, agriculture is our #1 industry here in the state. When it comes to economic development, the cost of energy is extremely important to the profitability of our farmers. How important it is to maintain stability in those prices and serviceability to make sure that our farming community, as well as our business community and the homeowners, are staying up with their power, both from a cost standpoint and from an efficiency standpoint.
We get that. You know, we know that margins are slim when it comes to ag operations, and we've been very fortunate in this area. At Midwest, we have not had a rate change since August of 2010, so we're going on 10 years without a rate increase, and 2020 is looking like we probably won't need a rate increase. But we understand the importance of the ag community, and so we're doing everything we can to operate as efficiently as we can. Southern Mercer County is the biggest part of our service area in terms of number of customers and kilowatt-hour sales. A big part of that is ag. You know, Mercer County being the top county year in and year out when it comes to ag receipts. So everywhere from the small family farmer up to the large processing type facility. You know, we've got members in all those categories. So we understand that whole chain. And it's very important to Midwest, and so we do everything we can. Economic development, we've done quite a bit in that area, which ties in with ag. We just got a zero-interest loan to Mercer County, which will help with some sewer and water infrastructure in St. Henry, which is going to serve that new Mercer Landmark feed mill. So we're, you know, kind of indirectly helping that new feed mill there in St. Henry.
Well, indirectly, too, one of the things that you're talking about is more than just providing electricity and providing a resource for our farmers to be profitable, but we're also talking about the environment. So there are a number of different things that your company or Midwest Electric or co-ops in general have to do with not just providing the electricity, but being good stewards of the land.
Absolutely, and a lot of that starts with Buckeye Power, our power supply cooperative. In Ohio, Midwest Electric is what's called a distribution cooperative, so it's from the substation to your home or business. And the 24 distribution co-ops in Ohio, we own our own power supply. That's Buckeye Power. And so Buckeye owns and operates all the power plants that we need, and they've invested just in recent years over $1 billion, with a B, $1 billion in our power plants to make us really among the cleanest in the world. And we still are primarily coal-fired power plants because of the economics and the availability. It's a more reliable, it's really the best long-term option for our members at this point. But when it comes to renewables, Buckeye's got a fair amount of hydro ownership from New York, Niagara. We've got some wind ownership, we've got some solar ownership, and we have a very favorable electric rate interconnection agreement rate for those members who do want to put some kind of solar on their own property. We're a little bit ahead of the curve when it comes to technologies that some of the other utility sectors haven't gotten into yet. One of those would be the metering. We're among the first or the pioneers in what people refer to as smart meters, the digital meters. It's a more accurate meter, and it also provides more information to the utility when it comes to service reliability. So we know immediately when there's an outage, and then it ties in with our mapping system, our outage management system, and so we can more accurately and quickly pinpoint the location of a power outage. So we're dispatching crews in a time frame where in years past we might not have even known yet that there was an outage. So that technology utilization among co-ops has done quite a bit when it comes to the reliability you talked about. The other thing we're about to get into that some other co-ops have already gotten into is distribution automation, which is basically remote control of some of your main circuits. Right now, we have the ability to backfeed a number of our main circuits. So if you have a power outage in a certain location, depending on the circuit and the situation, you could potentially backfeed that from another location. Well, now we have to do that manually, so you send crews out. There may be a couple hours in there. There's things that has to be done. But with the equipment that we're installing now, it could be a 5-minute, 10-minute process. So the technology utilization that co-ops have been doing in recent years has really gone a long way to improve power reliability.
Well, cutting-edge technology, reliability, affordability, all those things are important to our farmers and, of course, to our commercial community and our homeowners to make sure that their power is there when they need it. And, of course, to maintain profitability and cost for you guys, too, is important because you're a co-op. And that's a key function of what you do.
Absolutely. And part of that is returning those profits to our members. Being a co-op, we're owned by the members that we serve, and they have an equity ownership in their cooperative. Part of their electric bill is used as financing to help pay for these technologies I talked about, and line rebuilds, new substations, and whatnot. And then after a period of time, we return that money to our members. This year, total, we're returning about $2 million, a little over $2 million to the members of Midwest Electric. So that's a very important hallmark of what it means to be an electric cooperative. Is we want them to have a tangible sense of that ownership, and that's where that patronage cash back comes in.
As a co-op member of Midwest Electric, I want to say how proud I am of what you guys have been able to accomplish and how you're there for not only our ag community, but for our homeowners and our commercial businesses as well. If people want more information about Midwest Electric, where do they go?
They can go to MidwestREC.com, and you probably get all the information you need there. I do want to mention our employees really deserve the credit for all this. You know, I appreciate the comment you just made. The thanks really goes to the employees of Midwest Electric. We got a great team, highly experienced, highly trained, and very dedicated to the members like you.
Well, I know a few of them personally, and I can tell you they're just experienced, talented professionals that do their job well to keep you up and running. Once again, for more information, what's that website?
MidwestREC.com.
Matt Berry has been our guest. Matt is President and CEO of Midwest Electric.